What's up, fuckers? How's everybody doing? You like me chewing ice into the mic? That's what I'll be doing for the next 14 hours straight, regardless of if I'm live or not. Hello, Emmy. Hello, Ash. Ash and One. Hello, Fairy Bones. Hello, Draxons. Hello, Zomster. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And hello, Sharni. Sharni, the UK. Hey, Sharni. I know it's only an hour early, but you know I do it for you. Celia, welcome, welcome, welcome. We're here, we're live. Mega Butts. Hello, Lem. Hello, hello, Mega Butts. We're here, we're live and alive. It's a Wednesday. Would you call 4:57 p.m. afternoon? Like, would you say that's afternoon, or would you say that's like nighttime? When does afternoon stop? 4? 3? Who knows? Early evening? Early evening is a great way. It's afternoon until 5 p.m. I'd say it's dinner time. That's if somebody said, what time you coming over? Oh, around dinner time. 4 to 7 is evening? Ooh, interesting take. Interesting take, Redheaded Stepchild 101. Evening is 5. Wow. I would say evening doesn't start until like 7. 23 sleeps until Violet and Scarlet. I'm pretty hyped. I mean, I hope it's not dog. I'll be pretty upset if it's bad. You know, as soon as I hit live, my eyes started like I got something in this eye. I should set up a scene that is just like zoomed in on my face. Hang on, let me do something real quick. Let me duplicate. Okay. And then let me just take this and then do properties. And then, oh no. Just make me. How about that? Hang on. Let me do properties. We go back to normal. Hello, Zachary. Welcome. You consider evening to be nighttime before it's dark, and then when the sun goes down, it's nighttime? Interesting. 8 to later is nighttime. Don't expect you to come out of my house. True. I was smushed inward. I'm trying to. Oh, you know what I should do is. Oh, control does that. Interesting. So let's take like just my face. Whoop, wrong buttons. Whoop, wrong buttons. Not that one. How do I do it? Oh, there we go. Let's make my face like a little rectangle. And then. Okay, so now I've got a zoomed in face. Evening is the time after day before night. I guess that makes sense. I guess I've never really thought about it. Okay, so now I need to make a an action on my thing. This is stuff that I should, as a person who makes, content as a profession. I should have been doing this off stream, but I just thought about doing it right now. So this is going to be a scene collection, and this is going to be called Face Zoom. Is that right? No, not scene collection. What is this called? Just scene. Just scene. Zoom. Okay, so now watch this. Somebody say something crazy. Hey, Josh, is it your guys' goal to try and blow up more than you already have because you're awesome, to replace your work and do judgy stuff full time? Yeah. It sure is. Look at that. Look at that. Am I a freaking pro streamer or what? Absolutely professional streamer behavior. Wait, you missed it? Christian, what the fuck? You always fucking miss my bits. Here we are. We're live. We got Emo Joseph playing in the background. Now give us stuff to use our channel points with. Hey, you've caught me in a great freaking mood. I will do that. Okay, let's do that right now. That's Stream Elements. Is that Stream Elements or is that Twitch that I would edit that on? Probably Twitch, huh? Give me a hydrate button so I can drown. Okay, so this has got to be... Yeah, my mustache grew in pretty quick. Did you want a closer look at it? You have so many. Okay, let's see how. Let's see. I remember I tried to set it up the other day and then I got bored. How to set up channel points on Twitch. Channel points guides for creators. Whoa, this is a bright web page. Go to your dashboard. Click on the hamburger. Proceed to channel points under the viewer rewards section. Okay. Oh, listen, guys, actually I don't think I have this scene set up yet or set up properly. Oh, that's not terrible. That's not terrible at all. You can see that I tried to do it because I named the points Piss Baby points. Should I show you guys this? Maybe I shouldn't show this screen. 17K? I bet you that's pretty a lot. I have infinity, so I look very handsome. Thank you. I took a shower. Oh, you know why I didn't do it? It's because I didn't want to have to upload the images. But I think I have images ready to go. Let's see here. Judges, desktop, podcast, stream assets. Oh, there's such weird... You have 69,000 points? Hey, Lem. That's for you, Lem. I'm not used to this other page. How about this one? This one's all for you, Lem. It's all for you. Okay. I think I should be able to show this page here. Okay, so manage rewards. Create a custom reward. Hydrate. Make me drink. Cost. What's a normal hydration amount? 100? That'd be a lot. 500? A Judgy's jersey? If we could find a good like person to do that, like a good company. Listen, we're open to stuff like that. We just 500 seems normal. Better make it 69K. I think 500 makes sense. All right, what else? What else do we need here? Let's do like 100,000. Let's do like a crazy one. How about I do a poem on your name? How about just, hey, if somebody puts 100,000 in for Christian, Christian's gonna make a poem. And then you have to enter your name. $250K for a merch giveaway? I want you to go to this 5K for us to make her stretch or save the game. Christian, Christian, you can do a haiku. That's a poem. 250K for a merch giveaway. I think that, Christian, how do you feel about that? Whoops. Doing a merch giveaway for. You're just glistening, Christian. You're always glistening, bud. Christian, it's your favorite song playing right now. Let's do like a middle one, like a 5K, where it's like it's a decent amount of points, but like it's pretty gettable. Just like a turn off stream one. I've seen those too. Should that be like a dumb amount of points? Like, if you get 500, if you get like end stream for like 500K. Hey, hydrate. That's for you, Draxons. Thank you. What if I redeem it? What if I just like pop into here and just do? I guess that's a good bit for the industry. Just to end my. What's up, guys? Oh no, Judgy's pod redeemed end stream. Fuck, gotta go. All right. If you guys think of more, I'll keep this page open. Hello, typical midnights. I'm down for suggestions. That's something I've been meaning to do, but I just haven't gotten around to. What is this? Oh, I see. Okay. So if you guys haven't been around, we're just going to chill while I play Pokemon Hardcore Nuzlocke of Emerald. I've already started the game. I've done some prep because I didn't want to just like fuck around with the cheats and stuff. So if you notice, I've got... Ooh, my screen is messed up, actually. There we go. Oh, there we go. Boom. I put in rare candies already. That way I didn't have to fuck with it while we were on stream. I didn't want to have to deal with that. Other than that, Hardcore Nuzlocke, if you do exclamation mark rules, it tells you what it is. But effectively, if any of my Pokemon ever faint, they're dead. I can no longer use them. You only get to encounter one Pokemon per route. What else are the rules? Can't use items in battle. It's put on set, which means you can't shift out Pokemon. The shift is the default setting. You have to do a nickname for each of your Pokemon. And then no over leveling the next gym leader's highest Pokemon. So I have a level cap of 50 or 15 currently. So that's the basic rules. Pretty standard Pokemon Hardcore Pokemon Nuzlocke. So the live show that is coming up, that is absolutely right. We can absolutely talk about that. So the idea is like we're doing it like a Friendsgiving type thing, meaning it's going to be loose. We're going to get drunk. It's not going to be like the power hour. But we're going to get we're doing like we haven't ironed out all the details yet. We know what we're going to do. But We're gonna do something like a bingo or like a every time X word is said, we'll take a drink and then it'll be hopefully interactive. Like the crowd can, do that along with us. Stuff like that. And then I'm gonna read the dress update that we've only ever read on Kip's stream before. So that'll be in there. We'll also just have like other great stories, stuff like that. As examples. So it's gonna be a really good time. Christian, I believe in the after party is gonna do some of the this is a live stream. If you don't know, we're doing a live event. So I should actually make a command for this. Let me close this. So we're doing a live event with Moment. If you guys have ever seen, previously used to be called Moment House. Now it's just called Moment. Sharni, it's going to be an awkward time for you. But if you're not able to attend live, the ticket, like you can still view the show for up to a week afterwards. So you wouldn't be able to see it live, but you'll still be able to view it for a week afterwards. So you don't have to be there live, but if you're live, you can interact and stuff like that. Kind of like a Twitch stream, but this can be an individual, like, this isn't going to be like just us hanging out like a Twitch stream. It's going to be like kind of like an exclusive Judgies episode. Yeah, hopefully it'll be fun. Or it will be fun. It's moment.co/thejudgies. So if you !live, it'll take you to the website for it. We'll check out the website real quick. So Moment created this website. It's really cool. So you can see here, it says like what's going on. We have to change this. It'll be available for a week. It says 24 hours, but thank you, Grifflife, for the resub. Welcome. 6 months, half a freaking year. You can come here. You can, for $25, you can get a meet and greet session where you can talk to all three of us. For, I think the ticket is $12. Patreon members should get a $2 discount. And then the after party is $5. Anna Stinky, you little stinker. You little stink. Hey. The cool part about the Moment live show for us is 100% of... What happened to the Moment? Did I close it? The cool part is 100% of the profits go to us. So when you pay... Thanks, love. When you pay the $12 for the ticket, we get $12. They make their money off of the service fees. So it's a really good way to support us. It should be a fun event. If it does well, if we like it, we'll probably make it like a yearly thing with like the Friendsgiving type stuff, stuff like that. Adam, I will not drown. Oh, I also got another one from Adam. I didn't see that. Is there a cooldown on it? On the hydrate for each individual person? So yeah, the live show should be fun. It'll be we haven't entirely ironed out exactly what's going to go on in there, but it will be a very good time. I can promise you that. We're going to try to, we're going to make sure it's worth the money there. We'll do a 10-minute cooldown on it. Nah, we'll do a 5-minute cooldown on hydrate. I mean, look, if you guys want to spend a whole stream of sending me to the bathroom to go piss, I'll go piss, girl. All right. You are scared of water. Power Hour going at the Piss Baby meetup? Oh no. That sounds like a mess. What do we want to do for a nickname theme? It can be anything. Just something that we can think up good names for, like a lot of them. We could do like in Crystal we did cities. SoundCloud rapper names. Like, so is this gonna be like made up ones? So like what would like Mudkip or Swampert or the middle ones? Like, is it just gonna be like Lil Kip? Lil Muddy? Oh, it's like Lil Huddy, but Lil Muddy. I didn't go Trico. Trico's good. I think Trico is good. But I think Mudkip is better. I have nothing against Trico. If I played this like and it wasn't competitive, like I wasn't worried about losing, I would choose Trico. But this is a pretty bad Mudkip. It's a very bad Mudkip, actually. It's mild nature or timid nature, which is plus speed minus attack. You not want a minus attack Mudkip. It's pretty bad. This gen has the best starters. I think they're pretty good. I know I'm biased. I'm gonna level up here just to help with the rival. I know I'm biased, but I think Gen 1 has the best starters. But Gen 3s are probably my second favorite. I think Gen 2 starters are dog shit. I think Gen 2s are really bad. But Gen 3 is very good. Like, they all are unique and look cool and like do their own thing. Oh, her Trico is really bad. That's good. The thing that makes Mudkip so good in this gen, as compared to like the other starters, is Mudkip. So if you don't know, before Generation 3, so Gen 3 and before, so Gen 3, Gen 2, and Gen 1, there's a physical special split, which means every single move of a certain type is either a physical or a special move. So every single water type, regardless of what the water move is a special move. So, and that goes, so special moves are like water, dark, fire, electric, psychic, dragon, ice, grass. I think those are the special. And then the physical types are like normal, fighting, ground, rock, stuff like that. And so when you have a Pokemon that like is like Mightyena has a very physical attack stat, like very high physical attack stat, special attack very low. But all dark type moves are special, so it makes Mightyena dog shit. What makes Mudkip good is it's a balanced attacker, as most starters are balanced attackers. They have this similar amount of special attack and a regular attack, and it has a special special water typing and then a physical ground typing. And so it allows you to get the best of both there. Whereas like Trico is just a grass type, Sceptile is just a grass type, and so it's only special, and Trico is a physical attacker. So it's not good. And then Blaziken, fire is special, and it's a physical attacker. So it's just not as good. Before that, I only cards and played Pokemon Stadium on 64. Pokemon Stadium is a very good game. I feel like now, do SoundCloud rappers need Lil, or can we just do like is like Mighty Dog? Like, is that a good SoundCloud rapper name? Yeah, Taco Bell ad? Hell yeah. I'm glad our stream is brought to you by Taco Bell. Just make them douchey. How about Big Dog? Is that douchey? Oh yeah, I made a Spotify playlist for this stream, which is something I've been meaning to do for a while, and I finally got around to doing it. Okay, so we're gonna get a Wingull here, which is good. It's a good encounter. I think there's only 2 Pokemon here. Oh, I forgot about Zigzagoon. That's fine. Pete Davidson looks like a person who eats Taco Bell. I agree. He's like one of the celebrities who like when Cardi B was doing her Taco Bell stuff, it's like, does Cardi B eat Taco Bell? But like, look, Pete Davidson definitely. Oh no, I forgot to name the Zigzagoon. God damn it. That's okay. I don't plan on using Zigzagoon. It'll just be our little HM friend. Ooh, I need to buy stuff. Okay, let's see here. We're gonna buy 11 Pokeballs, 2 antidotes, 3 potions. All right, we already got a Zigzagoon. I guess I could just catch another Zigzagoon and rename it, but I don't know if I want to waste the Pokeball, honestly. I guess we have to do this. Early game, it's really easy to kill your encounter, so you got to be careful with it. All right, Lotad. Lombre, Lotad, Ludicolo. Lil Ludi. Oh, wait. Hang on. Ludicolo. Luda. Chris. We love this. Kind of like Chris Cross, but Ludi Chris. Did Cardi B do a Taco Bell commercial? I remember. Yeah. So Cardi B was sponsored, and she was the one who like brought back the Mexican pizza, which like great move. And like I love Cardi B, but it is like Cardi B doesn't need a Taco Bell. Like, come on. I'm sorry, Doja Cat. Jesus Christ. Yes, Doja Cat, not Cardi B. I'm so sorry. Doja's Taco. You think Doja is Taco Bell coded? I don't know. I guess you're right. She does have internet brain rot. That is true. Taco Bell coded, yeah. I believe that the T and the B in LGBT is a Baco Hotel, of course. All this Taco Bell talk makes me want a Doritos Locos Taco. We have a Doritos Locos Taco enjoyer in chat. I've never really loved them that much. Moo bitch. Bitch, I'm a cow, yeah. The Christian was on that song. Like when that first came out, he was all over it. I can't remember if Erica liked it right away or not. I can't remember honestly if it was either Erica loved that song or hated that song, and I can't remember. Lem got Taco Bell, fuck yeah. Love that. Taco Bell the thing is Taco Bell never doesn't sound good. She loved the song, right, but she didn't like her other songs when they started to come out. That's right. Taco Bell would have been open, but they changed. They were open till midnight or later. We'll switch to Zig. I wish I would have named this. Fries in British. Well, they probably don't call it Taco Bell in the UK, right? It's probably like Taco Shack. There's probably something like that. All right, you guys want to hear this fucking insane story? Black bean quesarito fucking slaps. The quesarito is probably the most underrated Taco Bell menu item, mainly because taco jingle jangle, tiddlies and bingles. Oh, you want to go down to tiddlies and bingles? The quesarito is probably one of the most underrated Taco Bell items because it's like online order only now. Yeah, Wally is an absolute fucking idiot in this game. Okay. There's one Pokemon I really want from this patch of grass. And so I'm going to go into the forest to get an encounter to try to remove one of the potential encounters from here. And hopefully in the forest I get a Wurmple. That's what I'm looking for. Not because I necessarily like really want a Beautifly or a Dustox, even though Dustox is actually pretty good. Fuck. Okay. I mean, this is a good Pokemon, but not what I necessarily wanted. Crunchwrap is my go-to as well. Crunchwrap with potatoes as the protein. Okay, Shroomis or Breloom? What are your thoughts on Greavard? I don't know what Greavard is. Yeah, Sharny, that happens. You always gotta check that shit, and I always fuck up the vegetarian orders. I feel like this needs to be like Shroom Head. Like it's like a dick joke. The new Dog Ghost Pokemon. Ooh, I didn't see it. I didn't see this. Is it like officially announced? That's pretty cool. No, I thought it was gonna be normal ghost. That would have been cool. Maybe it evolves into a normal ghost. That's pretty neat. It's kind of like Litwick here, huh? I kind of wish they did something different here. It just feels too much like Litwick. Okay. So we got that encounter. What we really want here is a Talo. Talo is such a fucking cheat code. Meryl is really bad, and it's not great. He's a guide for the dead. That probably makes sense. That's probably what they're going for. Meryl, Azumarill. I mean, Lil Ram is a anagram for Meryl. Oh yeah, Caro Bonito with Flamingo goes fucking hard. Oh, there's the Taylor I wanted. All right, let's check. Let's see if this Meryl is completely useless or not. All right, Thick Fat's really bad. And it's neutral nature, so that's not terrible. My Shroomis is bad-natured. Ludicolo has an okay nature. It's nothing special. Zigzagoon has a good nature. Poochyena has a bad nature. I've got really bad Pokemon. Pocket Crocodile by Kiro. Probably. I've probably heard it. I'm not going to commit and say that I definitely have, but I probably have. I've listened to their whole discography, I'm pretty sure. I don't even know who I want to use here. I guess I'll just use you. Okay. So now's the time. This story is fucking crazy. All right. So, I quit my like normal day job, right? I used to be a lab tech. Hey, Kiaka, thank you for the Prime sub. Thank you very much. That one's just for you. I quit my day job, right? So I haven't been working. I haven't been pounding sand for about a month. It's about a month. I don't really even know what day I actually quit. So I have been working not only obviously podcast stuff, but with my brother. Kiaka 1999, baby. I've been working with my brother. My brother has a small business where he hauls away garbage for people pretty much. And so I've been working with him. We normally do a lot of estate stuff where it's like somebody died. They just need somebody to come and take like their parents' old stuff or whatever. A lot of the stuff we donate. He resells some of it for like, fair prices. And then a lot of the stuff he just goes and dumps at he pays the dump fee to dump them, right? So that's the gig. Typically, like I've been helping them. It's like one job we just picked up concrete. So these people had a bunch of old concrete pavers and stuff. It ended up being like 6,000 pounds of concrete that we just took for them because they were old people. They couldn't move them, and blah 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 blah. That's typical. God, this Pucciana is really bad. Now he also does just like people who have just garbage, just trash, hoarder houses. No, this is the same route as the route before. It doesn't look like it is, but I don't have the Pokenav. But this route is the same route. So Route 104 is the same route that's below Petalburg. Some people have hoarder houses, and you're thinking, oh, well, that's crazy. And yeah, it fucking is. And so my brother needed help on a hoarder house. He asked for my help. Now, it's over in this town called Streeter, Illinois. And growing up, we always were told, the phrase was, keep your Peter out of Streeter. It was known as like a bad place. Like you don't want to go there. Mainly like Peter out of Streeter obviously is like an STD joke. There was multiple shootings all the time. But there's like good parts of Streeter. Like Christian and Erica got married at a venue in Streeter. It was very, very beautiful venue. But we go to this place. My brother went there about a month prior. What ended up happening, and now this is the part that like is sad about the whole thing, is people lived there. It got foreclosed on. Sounds like a cool skateboard ride. Streeter. Yeah, my name's Streeter. Streeter Shreds. I just sort of go down, hit the half pipe on my lunch break, bust a few nollies out there. Do you do nollies on half pipes? Probably not. So Streeter, bad town. We go there. He goes there about a month ago to go do a quote. Because some company in Texas did a bid on, or an auction on this house. Sight unseen. They had no idea what was inside of it. Bought it from the bank. And so they tell my brother, hey, go there, see what's there, quote us how much it's going to take to throw shit away. He goes, it's just filled to the brim with garbage, inside and out. And it's a pretty decently sized house. First floor has a big open living room, a front porch, open porch, and a big eating kitchen, like big eating kitchen, a bedroom, a big walk-in closet, and then a bathroom. And then second floor has 3 bedrooms and a bathroom. Then the basement is all the way underneath the house. So it's a huge house. And we're talking like 2.5 feet of garbage. Like everywhere. Everywhere. Let me pull up pictures. And there was like the garage, like the door was like 3/4 of the way open. And all you can see is garbage. all you can see is just trash. I'm gonna show you guys pictures. So this is my my brother's company page. This is one shot from the living room. So this is about half the living room. And then this is the kitchen. That you can see this is the living room here and just all this garbage. Right? It's fucking disgusting. And so we go there, and he was about a month ago. He quoted him. He gave him the quote. He estimated about 12 loads. He normally charges about $400 a load, but it's just gross. Yada, yada, yada. I go with him Monday to I go with her Monday to go check it out, or like to go start. And we pull in, and it's right off of a super busy street in Streeter. And so it was very awkward to get his truck in there, and like with all the traffic going on, all that stuff. We finally get in there, and he notices there was 2 cars there before, parked in the back, that aren't there anymore. And he's like, that's weird. Why are the cars gone? And so we go inside. The back door, it wasn't even attached. You just picked it up and moved it. We go inside, and there's like contractor bags, like the big black garbage bags that somebody had brought in. My brother didn't bring those in. And somebody had bagged up like 5 bags of garbage, which, as you can see, is fucking nothing. And they were just in there. And then on the curb in front of the house, there was like a garbage can for, I guess the people, like the garbage company to take, filled with like contractor bags, like 2 or 3 of them, and then like 3 of them on the curb. But like, they weren't going to take them. And we're like, that's strange. That's weird. The person who bought it is in Texas as like a bullshit, like, real estate development, like piece of shit. So my brother tries to call the guy who's like doing the property management. And he's like, hey, have you sent somebody here? Like, there's cars gone. There's bags here. Have you done something? Like, have you sent somebody else here? He's like, it's cool if you have, just want to know. And he says, no. And then we look up, and right above the door, the front door on the porch, there's a camera plugged in. And we're like, that's weird. And we're like, did you put that camera there? And he's like, no. You need to secure the property tonight, like put locks on it, and destroy the camera. And we're like, sweet. So I found a baseball bat, hit the camera down, loved it. It was fun times. We're going through. We were just cleaning off the porch because we didn't know where to start. So we just start cleaning off the porch. And let me tell you, I showed you guys the pictures. This place smells bad. There's just diapers, like dirty diapers everywhere. There's food that has been in that house for who knows how long. Like, we don't know how long it's been there. Like, every single piece of garbage you can imagine being there, it's there. There's to be fair, we didn't find any like condoms, but like food waste, dirty diapers, clothes, wet. Yeah. Thank you, Ludi Chris, for evolving. You will not be used. It's gross. It's fucking disgusting in there. Although it doesn't smell quite as bad because the most of the windows are broken out. And while that makes it so stuff doesn't smell as bad, that also means there's mouses everywhere. Everything is covered in roach dust. There's roaches fucking everywhere. Not too many flies, like flying stuff, but just everything is covered. Like, all of the walls just have that gross orange, like disgusting. Yeah, mouses. Yeah. There's mouses in the houses. There was mice in there. And there's roaches everywhere. Luckily, they weren't like the big segmented roaches. They're the small ones that are probably only like the size of like a big ant. So yeah. So obviously, yes. I walked through, didn't have anything on. I had gloves on. Went out, and I was like, I am wearing my respirator. I have a respirator. So I'm like, yeah, obviously I'm going to use my fucking respirator. I don't know if it's a German roach. Yes, German roaches. Very good bug knowledge. This is what they were. If you're squeamish of bugs, look away. This is what they look like. So they're not like the full-grown, completely fucking disgusting. But they're everywhere. You're a pest control guy. Wonderful. But if you look in this image here, how do you can't zoom in on Instagram, but like all the way, like all of this is just covered. All the walls are just covered in roach dust. So we're like, well, let's start somewhere. We decide, let's start on the front porch. So we're just taking the stuff from the front porch and throwing it in the back of his trailer. That was the idea, right? And it's going great. You know, we're just doing it. We're moving. And then the mail guy comes and puts mail in the mailbox. And we're like, they're still getting mail? Like, how are they still getting mail? And he's like, yeah. And they're still taking the mail. Like, it's gone every day. He's like, they get mail every day and it's gone every day. And we're like, okay, don't love that. And then we look, and on the pile on the front porch, there was just a stack of old mail. So they were coming and taking the mail and just throwing it onto the porch. And we're like, okay, well, that's not great. Like, don't love that for us. So after the mail guy leaves, we're like, great. That's actually when we called the Texas guy and we saw the camera and all that stuff. And he's like, yeah, there shouldn't be anybody there. So you need to make sure that you lock up the plate. Like, we had to go and buy locks and stuff. So we went through and like we made sure we yelled like, is anybody here? And nobody answered. Nobody was there that we know of. And so like that was good. And then we clean out just on the front porch. Which the porch is like 10 by like 20, right? Like typical, like it was the length of the house and then like about 10 feet deep. And just in there, we filled up my brother's trailer, which is I think it's a 13 cubic feet trailer or 13 cubic yard trailer. So it's a big size trailer. And we filled it with just the stuff on the front porch. And we found like, I think 5 TVs from the front trailer, from the porch, like flat screen TVs. So then we went to Walmart, bought this was on Monday. Went to Walmart after we did all that, bought we had 2x4s, we screwed 2x4s into the 2 doors in the back, and then we put a new lock on the front door so we could deadbolt it and stuff. We can't, and in the midst of finding all this stuff, they had this like brand new like what's that called? Paw Patrol like stroller with like all these bells and whistles on it. And we put it out on the front curb because we're like, oh, that's actually kind of nice. Like, you know, whether we were going to take it to go sell or donate, it wasn't that dirty. It looked new. And so we just put it out in the front. Oh, I forgot to mention, yes, there was kids' toys. Like a lot of kids' toys. And so like, well, that's fucking sad. There was kids there, right? And there's diapers there. And then I look on the wall in the living room and there's 2 pictures of like school pictures of like kids who looked like they were maybe like 10. And I was like, fuck, that sucks. Like, that's really bad. So we found this Paw Patrol thing. We set it to the side. We're like, you know, whatever. We come back Tuesday. It was pouring rain all day. So we come back at around noon. And, you know, start to go just clean out more shit. And the Paw Patrol thing was moved off of the front yard up onto the front porch. The mail had been taken out of the mailbox and thrown onto the ground. Other than that, we couldn't really tell, like, nobody else was there. They hadn't done anything else. So we're like, all right, well, people are, like, definitely still coming. And so, like, I kept a baseball bat, or like, we found a baseball bat. We actually found a machete too, like a yard work machete. So we're just like keeping it around us because we don't know. We don't know what's going to happen if these people show up, right? And so we're just like keeping those around, like just in case. We're wearing our respirators. We're cleaning out inside now. And we clean out the living room. Went pretty quick because, again, we can only fill up the one trailer. And so we do our second day. We're now 2 loads down. We've only done the living room. Did my brother put a... Did he put an update? Oh, he did post the updates. So I showed you the before picture. My brother always does befores and afters. The song in the background. Okay. So this was the before of the kitchen. This is what we did today. So, you know, just fucking took everything out. And then for the living room, you know, same thing. And like, there's good shit in here. We found like 4 brand new ripsticks, like brand new skateboards. Like just in the front room here and the front porch, we found like 8 or 9 flat screen TVs. And I forgot to mention, and this is the saddest part, right here and here and here, there was like 3 terrariums. One was a dried out fish tank. One was a place where they had lizards with like heat lamps, and then there's a guinea pig cage with the guinea pig dead inside it. They just like fucking left a guinea pig to die. And so we got all this shit out the second day. We just cleaned out this front room the second day. Oh, here's one of the kids without, you can't make his, so it's not like doxing, but there's one of the pictures. So you know that kids were living there. And you can see just, you know, Pokemon stuff. Yeah, you're right. This music is not, with 303 in the background. So today we go back. We've got my uncle with me now. So we got 3 people going to, you know, hopefully make stuff go faster. We had a dumpster dropped off for us to fill. And so we're like, great, this will go faster. We can start getting going. But now we have more to do. So we were there longer. The first 2 days we were only there for like a couple hours because we could only fill up 1 load and then leave. So we're like, great, let's go in. Let's fucking start moving shit. We start going. And, you know, I look at the pictures on the wall because there's baby diapers. And it's like, these kids are way too old to be wearing diapers anytime recently. There was no other evidence of there being a baby in the house other than the diapers. So I was like, are these diapers just fucking like 8 years old? Like, what the fuck? Turns out, oh, okay. Oof. Turns out I looked at the pictures and the pictures say 2012 on them. So that picture of like the kid who looked like he was like 10 said 2012 on him. So I'm like, okay, that's slightly like, so that kid is grown up now. So again, raises the question, like, where the fuck did these diapers come from? So we're going through, and I'm finding like you're finding some stuff that's like, oh, this is like 2000, like this is like 2019, like second grade, like stuff like that on it. Like they're like homework, like old homework. This Pokemon sucks, man. And so then I found a school ID, and I should also mention this property is smushed in between the middle school / grade school for the city. So on the left side of the house is a parking lot for the middle school, and then on the right side of the house is the middle school. And so like all these kids are walking by too. Yeah, so like they had Paw Patrol stuff, but you couldn't tell how old it was. It's like I was just like trying to figure it out. I then found a school ID card for a middle schooler from the 2021 to 2022 school year. And it's like, okay. And this kid was young. He was probably like 6. And so I'm like, okay, maybe he was 5, maybe he was kindergartner, but he was young. But you know, when do you stop wearing babies? When you're like 2? All right, Will says he thinks they had a baby. The thing is, it's weird. Like, I hope those diapers aren't like from the 6-year-old, because that means they are fucking 4-year-old diapers. But it could have also been that they had a baby as well. Who knows? Um, either way, it's fucking disgusting. So then we're getting cleaned up, right? We had a dumpster dropped off. That way we can get more stuff there. My uncle was talking to the guy, and this guy's obviously a streeter local, and he's like, "Oh, you guys are cleaning that place out?" And we're like, "Yeah." He's like, "Everybody says there's a dead body in the basement." And we're like, "What?" And he's like, "Yeah, that's like the rumor, is that there's a dead body in the basement." And we're like, "Oh." And I was like, "That's probably just a rumor." Like, how would they know that? Like, they wouldn't know that without ever going inside the house. Right? So we continued doing our thing. We found, yeah, as Vanessa says, we're going through what we thought was in the little girl's room. And he finds a strap on, which is like, could you imagine using a strap on in a fucking like place like this? Like, it's so nasty. It's like you're gonna get an infection immediately. It's so disgusting to like think about that. So we're dealing with that. I've missed 2 encounters, by the way. I'm very upset. This run is not going great. That's true, Celia. They did have like 20 kids. I think they had, I guess, 4 max. I think they had 3 kids, and I think the diapers were just old. If I had to take my best guess. I mean, we found some, you'd be surprised the amount of stuff that people have of like porn, strap on. My brother literally had a bag of dildos from like an old couple that had passed away. Kids were like, "Hey, can you clean out the house?" And we found literally a like shopping bag, like canvas tote full of, well, my brother put them all in there, but like filled up a canvas tote full of like strap-ons and stuff. And dildos, like massive dildos. And you're like, crazy. It's just crazy. So anyway, we're cleaning up. We're about to leave. We filled up an entire 30-yard dumpster, like filled to the fucking brim with just trash. And in it, we found like Pokemon cards and like so much new stuff. Like they had 3 different grease fryers that we threw out. Just like weird shit like that where you're like, how did they have the money to buy this stuff? Our current, we had put all the Pokemon cards out on the front porch because we didn't want to like stop and like, take the time to look through them right now. But yeah, you got to look through them. The day before we found some like, my brother would know more, but like Neo, like really early on Pokemon cards, like stuff that might actually be worth a couple dollars here and there. So of course we set them to the side. We lined them all up on the front porch, knocked all the roaches out of them, all that good stuff. So we're about to get done. I'm standing on the garbage, like in the dumpster. I should also say their downstairs bathroom just there's no water. There's no running water to the property. And they had from the second floor to the first floor, out the back door, there was just like a plastic tube, I guess is the way to describe it, that ran from like the upstairs bathroom down to the outside that I assume they pissed in. So they had their piss tube. The downstairs one, there was no running water, but somebody had used it, and there's just like standing shit in there. Like no idea how long that shit's been there for, but it's in there. Very gross. So we're about to leave. I'm standing on the dumpster, waiting to get a box spring in, and fucking car comes screeching into the driveway. Like came in so fucking hot into the driveway. And we're like, okay, here we go. This is what we've been waiting for. We're about to get fucking shot. Lady gets out. She's like, I think she was probably in her like mid 30s, maybe late 30s. She seemed pretty young. And then so she comes out, and then a guy comes out who I thought he looked younger than her, but apparently it was her husband. And she comes out screaming at me like, what the fuck are you doing at my house? And I was just like, hey, I'm not the boss. And I pointed to my brother. I was like, I am not dying today. Take him, not me. So I point her over to him. And she's like, what the fuck are you doing in my house? And he's like, I was what? Yeah, exactly. What are you doing in my swamp? So they say that my brother's like, I was contracted by the owners of the house to clean it out. And she's like, I'm the owner of the house. And he's like, no, you aren't. Somebody bought it. And she's like, how can somebody buy it? I got it in the divorce. And so now the lore's filling out. Okay. We're like, oh, okay. Divorce. So like you lived here and then you got a divorce. Okay. So let's fill out some more gaps here. So through talking, she calmed down. She's like, I'm going to call the police. And my brother's like, oh, that's fine. Like, again, I didn't buy the house. I'm just being contracted to sell it out or to clean it out. Like, I've already had the police here when I got here to like sweep out the building. So like, call the fucking police. And then she started to calm down and she's like, well, let me talk to the person who you're saying bought it. So she got into the phone with, the person that my brother has a contact with, the owner. And they're talking. Meanwhile, I'm like, I climb out of the dumpster. I'm standing there. I'm like talking to my uncle. I was like, hey, grab the baseball bat. Like, you know, make sure we have the baseball bat. Yeah, Teo, it's a haul away company. So like garbage estate clean outs. This happened to be a hoarder house that got bought by a company. So I'm like telling my uncle, I was like, hey, go grab the baseball bat. Cause the dude that came with the wife was standing next to it. And I was like, just go grab it. Like in case something goes south, we don't want to be giving them weapons. So he goes and grabs it. He puts it next to my brother. We start grabbing our tools and stuff and just like start putting it, cause we were about to leave anyway. And so we start putting it in the back of the, truck to like get out of there. So we learned that she was married to this guy. She stopped living there, she said, about a year ago. And she said before she left, it wasn't this bad. And that she knew he was always a hoarder, but didn't know that he could do this. Now, I think she's trying to be like, I think she was probably like, you know, like embarrassed or like trying to be like, this wasn't me. It wasn't my fault they got this bad. But like, you don't make that mess in a year. Like, and like, there's no fucking way. Like, I'm sorry. Like she can't just like pin that there. But that's what she claimed, was that it was all her ex-husband. And in the divorce proceedings, she got the house. Like she was like, you can have the house. Yeah, that's the thing is like, yeah, if the husband lived there, yeah, like her bedroom was still filled with shit. Like it was clearly her stuff. Like, what do you mean? Like you can't blame it. It didn't make sense. She was clearly just trying to like, well, I assume they had running water before it got shut off. But maybe not. I don't know, because they were shit in the toilet. But so she's trying to claim that like that was all him, but she got it in the divorce proceedings. We're collecting all of our shit. The dude that she brought with her is apparently her new husband. He didn't really say anything. I don't think he spoke any English, if at all, or he didn't speak a lot of English. If he did speak English, he was just sort of standing there and like didn't seem to understand what we were trying to like. Just like we were just trying to make small talk, and he was just sort of standing there. So now she's in the house though, and my brother is trying to be like, you know, hey, I need to lock up this house and leave. And she's like, you don't have the keys. He's like, yeah, I do. I keyed it. Like, I have the keys. But she's in the house. And we're like, well, we can't leave because you're in the house. And so eventually she like, I think kind of absentmindedly like walked out of the house while on the phone. And my brother locked the door and said like, all right, we're leaving, bye. I guess now the company is going to sell her back the house or something. Like she's moving in when we're done. But we're still being like contracted to clean out the place, which is I don't know what they talked about, but somehow that's how the deal got worked out. So that's where we're at. So I'm not going back tomorrow or Friday, but boy, let me tell you, the it's juicy. It is an insane thing through and through. I did not go in the basement at all. I don't think there's. Yeah, this was Monday through Wednesday, like including today. I'm actually gonna talk about it on Fridge Pod, Teo, as like a little spooky, scary story for like Halloween. But yeah, no, it's insane. Like the entire time I was working, I was like looking over my shoulder because I'm just like somebody's gonna pull in, and like something's gonna fucking happen. Oh, the scariest part. Yeah, my brother does have he is a card carrying gun owner, so not card carrying. He has a FOID card, and like that's definitely a situation where it is like, yeah, I mean, you probably I don't know. Thank you, Sal. Fridge Pod's very fun. I didn't want to make it seem like he like had a NRA card. Oh, I caught an Abra. I don't know how useful this is, but this is very good. I've been missing a lot of encounters. This is actually a really bad encounter map that I've had. I'm actually kind of scared for this next gym. A hardcore Nuzlocke is if you do exclamation mark rules, it gives you the basic stuff. But it's pretty much you can't over level the next gym leader's highest level Pokemon. You play in set mode instead of switch mode. Pokemon faints, it dies. Can't use items in battle. All that good stuff. Just makes the game hard. But yeah, so yeah, Teo, we actually talk about that on bonus episode 3, where Joe says like, I'm committing to the bit. I'm only calling you Chris as like a bit. And I was like, oh, okay, good. Oh, so the scariest part about this house that fucking sketches me out is on the second floor. On the second floor, there's a door. There's a bathroom, I think 2 bedrooms, and then there's a door in the hallway. And we can't get it open. It's got a kick plate on it, but we cannot get it up. Like you try to turn the knob and it will not go. I know Abra is good. I'm more worried about Brawly. I don't think Abra helps me on Brawly. I think so too, Pops. I think that's definitely where the money is. It's pretty. That's the scary part. Is like, what the fuck is in the, like, if the rest of the house looks the way it does, like, what the fuck is in that room? Oh, they'll break into it, but the person who owns it lives in Texas, so it's not just like we're gonna get into it. Like it's part of, like we have to clean it out, but The guy who owns the property is in Texas. But I mean, guys, this house is so gross. Like, it's so fucked. I'm hoping that it's just like a normal room. I don't know if I need to go in it, honestly, because they're probably cleaning it out tomorrow, but I really don't want it to be a murder room. But I haven't been in the basement. I just like looked into the basement and it's just full of garbage. Yeah, I was very scared that did it smell like dead bodies? That's the thing is like I'm telling you how much shit was in there. It didn't smell as bad as you think it would. It smelled bad, don't get me wrong. But it wasn't like holy fuck, this is disgusting. It was more of just like ugh. And had to wear respirators because if you didn't, you started coughing after a while. So that was like the bad part was it didn't smell as bad as you would think it would. But it did smell bad. But it didn't smell like dead bodies. In some insane local news, feds are just not investigating property south of Omaha. Dude lured 57 women to his farm and killed and buried them. And the daughter of the guy had been reporting him since the 1980s. 45 years of reporting it. No one ever checked to see if she was telling the truth. Dude has been dead for 10 years, so there's no one to catch him. Only confirmed. That's insane. Yeah, it's very gross in there. Yeah, I saw you like tweeting about that. So normally at this point you get a flying type, and I've not gotten a flying type, and I've exhausted all of my encounters. Just really bad luck on my encounters. So I'm a little worried. I could go Meryl and just do some crazy strats. I don't love that idea. I don't know if Electrike helps me a ton. This definitely doesn't help me. I'm going to level up some Pokemon to 19 and just see what movesets are like. If you have one flying type, this gym becomes like so trivial. Oh, I get a Azumarill. That Meryl might be. So yeah, there's my super scary story. It's very strange. Like turtle nipples boosted? Thanks. So yeah, if we stop recording the podcast for a bit and we don't announce why, it's because my brother got murdered. Once they like calmed down and everything and they got talking, like she seemed okay. Like she seemed like, you know, whatever. Like they're gonna get it figured out, but all right, have a good one, Sal. Okay, so Brawly starts with a Metatite, which is gonna want to set up screens or do focus punch. And so I can't use Kadabra against. I guess I could use Kadabra against it, but it's not going to one tap it. And if it puts up a screen, I have to stall out the screen and then somehow get the Kadabra back in. That's what's scary about using the Kadabra. Kadabra is naive, which is plus speed minus special defense. So that doesn't super matter. Yeah, well, Brawly is fighting me as a Meditite. That's what makes it. If it didn't lead with a Meditite, it wouldn't be an issue. I just want to, like, this is going to be. I could just go for an Azumarill sweep with defense curl rollout. And then if Azumarill dies, then I can go into Kadabra. I think that might be the move. Because Azumarill is going to be pretty tanky at this point. 41 defense is pretty good. And if I give him a berry, I think that's the move. Give him an Oran berry. Give Kadabra an Oran berry. All right, now I just have to path this without getting into a battle. Aha, I did it. I think that's the move. I think we just go defense curl, because I really want to get rid of the Meditite. And I don't think anything scares my Azumarill. Is this a bad idea? Maybe. Oh, it leads Machop. That's fine. He's going to use bulk up? No. Okay, perfect. This was a bad idea. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe it wasn't. Azumarill to the fucking rescue, baby. The crit saved my ass on that. If Azumarill didn't crit in the middle there, it would not have gone well, because the Machop was not going to die. What a lucky fucking crit. All right, easy. Normally, like, you get a Wingull or a the best one is to get a Swellow, and then you just poison it, and then you literally just one tap everything, and you literally don't even have to worry about that gem. That's the goal, is to get a Taillow there. Teo, the wonderful Venn diagram of somebody watching Pokemon but also wanting to do a Wendy Williams. Wait, what? Yeah, okay. A Wendy Williams reference, but also watching Pokemon. I don't need to fight any of those trainers. It's not important. Okay. Let's go into here. Now that I have a Kadabra, it's good. Although, again, like, I don't know if, like, hydrate. Hey, Sharny, you mother. What happens in the event of a shiny? Does it live forever? So that's an interesting question. No, first off, no. But what's interesting about a shiny is some people play with Shiny Claws, and what Shiny Claws does is makes it so if you ever encounter a shiny, even if you've already exhausted your encounter for that route, you can still get it. And that's mainly so that way, like, if you encounter a shiny, you don't have to kill the encounter or like run away from it, because it feels bad to kill a shiny or run away from a shiny. Now, what that does though is if you're playing a game max tryhard, is you could technically always just shiny hunt. Like you really need like your Gyarados dies, you could just sit there and shiny farm for a shiny Magikarp until you get a shiny Magikarp, then you get to use it based on shiny claws. And that's obviously, in my opinion, that goes against the rules of, or the spirit of the challenge. So the idea of doing these is, in my opinion, you want to make it challenging, and so make it so the most optimal way to play it is the most fun, which is why you do stuff like hack in rare candies, because if you don't have rare candies, then you just sit there grinding and it's not fun. But that's what the level cap is for. So I can't go over 24 even though I have unlimited rare candies. And then it adds a little bit of like strategy, and like you don't want to over level your Pokemon. Shiny is a low chance, so you'll just sit there just grinding and grinding and grinding, trying to get. Did I grab cut? Yes, I did. So that's the idea. Now, if I run into a shiny and I'm not like intentionally shiny hunting, I'll probably just catch it, because it's kind of cool and fun and a hype, like, you know. But no, other than that, it's just a normal Pokemon. Like it doesn't get treated any differently. Yeah, the main point of a Nuzlocke is to have fun, and to me, fun is like if I run into a shiny, yeah. But that's part of that is because I'm not going to be grinding. Oh, sorry, shiny. Yeah, I was saying shiny. Did my Midwest accent slur it? This is a Plusle and a Minun. There we go. We can get Kadabra some battle experience here. The downside of doing rare candies is there's hidden Pokemon. In this generation, they're hidden. They become unhidden eventually. Things called effort values, or EVs for short. Not the Pokemon EV, but effort values, EVs. And when you beat Pokemon, they give you certain EVs. And so when you battle like wild Pokemon, it makes your Pokemon not only stronger experience point wise, but also just through the EVs eventually. And so by doing by not actually having to grind up your Pokemon, it actually makes them weaker overall. So that kind of sucks, but it's a necessary evil, because holy fuck, EV training is also boring as shit. So this battle that's coming up is actually one of the harder battles in the. It's not like a super hard battle, but it's hard. So I'm just getting a little bit of levels here. This will level up my Shroomish into a Breloom is 23, isn't it? I'll get a Breloom. Or is it 22? Just to be a little on the safe side here. I shouldn't need it, but I don't think Leech Seed is super necessary at this point. All right, so let's go into this fight. This is the first rival, or second rival battle. Great. My team is actually, wow. This team is fucking terrible for this battle. Oh, it knows Pursuit. Oh no. Did I just throw because I didn't think about it? Here we go. Oh, we're fine. Kadabra's a freaking magic boy. Wasn't even dead to a crit. First Pokemon game was a gift from a boy who had a crush on me. He stole it. Oh no. He like stole it for you, or did he steal it from you? Oh, that's nice. It's sweet of him to steal it for you. I'm in a YouTube hole. American dash cams and some drivers are absolute crazy. Yeah. Oh my gosh. You guys want to hear a freaking story? Cameron, if you're in here, I'm sorry. But how did I miss? Does this have a chance to miss? How did I miss? Am I crazy? Did I get sand attacked? That must have been what it was. Oh, he's dark type. Jesus. That makes sense. So this weekend I went to Chicago to watch Dimitri Martin perform, and very excited. It was me and Aurora, and then my friend Cameron and his girlfriend Natalie. And Aurora has really bad what's it called? Anxiety when we're driving, and especially like in high traffic areas. So she doesn't drive a lot. I drive a ton. It's fine. I don't care. I don't mind driving. We're going up into Chicago, and I'm like, hey, just so you know, Cameron's a little aggressive of a driver, like just as a pre-warning. So like, you know, did I not buy Harbor Mail? I swear I tried to buy Harbor Mail. Did I misclick? So we're driving up there. We go to Naperville, right? Aurora wanted to get Lou Malnati's, which is a Chicago pizza chain. And there's one in downtown Naperville. And we're like, great, let's go to Lou Malnati's before the show. Lou Malnati's, great pizza. We get in there. The show starts at 7. Doors open at 6. So we're like, sweet. Let's just like get to Chicago around 6:30. We don't need to see the opener. Like if we miss it, whatever, no big deal. And so that was the plan. So we go to Lou Malnati's at like 4:15. You know, a little, you know, whatever. Go. Took forever. Of course, it always does when you need it to go fast. But the reason why it took forever is because we go downtown Naperville. And if you don't know Illinois politics, J.B. Pritzker is our governor. And currently, his person that he's running against is Darren Bailey. Darren Bailey is a complete conservative nutjob. So we don't like Darren Bailey. Darren Bailey was doing a meet and greet in downtown Naperville at the same time we were going down there to go get pizza. And the Hello Kitty truck was in downtown Naperville, which I guess is like they just sell cookies, like Hello Kitty themed cookies and baked goods and stuff. And so there was on the same block. So it was Darren Bailey here, and then around the block in the corner was where the Hello Kitty truck was. And so parking is already kind of a nightmare in downtown Naperville. We thought, hey, we're getting here early. It shouldn't be that bad. It was so fucking bad. Cameron starts like driving super aggressively. Swerving in and out of traffic, driving insane, like honking at people, insane. Aurora's not having a great time. And me and Cam's girlfriend are trying to be like, there's a parking lot right here. Just pull into the parking lot. He misses it because he was so angry. Eventually he gets into a parking lot. He's like, I'll go park, you guys go inside and get a table. So we do that. He's like, oh, I found a spot right there. Great. Eat, go to leave. And as I said, there was, you know, Darren Bailey downtown. there was like a 16-year-old kid and like a 10-year-old kid holding Darren Bailey signs, white kids, holding Darren Bailey signs outside of Lou Malnati's with a like 65-year-old white lady like screaming, arguing with them. And she was wearing like full like bike, like she had like knee pads, elbow pads, helmet, like full bike suit on, just like screaming, arguing with these like, it's like a 16-year-old and like a 10-year-old about abortion. And they're holding like the bike lady was, you know, pro-abortion, and the kids were holding the Darren Bailey signs, obviously being anti-abortion. And so we're walking past and she's like, so you're telling me you want to take my rights away? And the 16-year-old kid is like, well, no, I don't mean that. I just don't think that people should be allowed to murder babies. And the 10-year-old wasn't saying anything because he's a fucking 10-year-old. And it's just like, man, what a perfect like example of Naperville. Like, that lady probably votes conservative half the time when she was trying to dunk on these fucking like teenagers, like preteens. And then she says like, you're probably not even old enough to vote. What do you care? And he's like, I'm 19. What do you mean? It's like, oh, you are not 19. There's no fucking way you were 19. Apparently he's claiming he's 19. But that was insane. So then we go to Chicago. Like, we're going to... What's the thing is they're kids. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Like, they're being indoctrinated. Like, is it worth it to try to, like, talk to a young person, like, in a normal setting? Sure. But, like, in this setting, what is getting done? What is getting done in the setting? Like, a 65-year-old lady yelling at a teenager. Nothing productive is happening coming out of this argument. So we go to leave. It's really funny. We go up to Chicago. To be fair, insane traffic. Absolutely insane traffic. The most traffic I've ever seen going into Chicago. I got the second badge. Weak. Cam is driving insane. He's getting so stressed out and like angry because of how bad the traffic is. So he's driving even worse. Eventually we get into Chicago and it's like 7:30. The show was supposed to start at 7. Right? So it's 7:25, I think, is when we get in the parking garage. And we're like, that's okay, the opener is just on probably. We go into the venue. It's at the Vic in Chicago, if you know. It's a pretty nice venue. We get in there. Nobody is in the halls. And we're like, fuck. That's not good. It's not good that nobody is in the halls here. You hate the Vic? I think it's I've been to like 5 shows at the Vic. I think it's a cool venue. So we get in there and nobody's in the halls. I vote Labor every time and no one can ever change my mind, especially since Liz killed the Queen, plummeted the economy in pound. Hell yeah, baby. So we're like, fuck, nobody, like, that's not good. He was on. Apparently he added a second show in Chicago, and so he didn't have an opener. So he started around 7. We thought he was going to have an opener and everything, which sucked. So we get in there, we're watching the show, whatever, it's a fine show. We go to leave, and Cam, like, I think we got an hour of comedy, so I think we probably only missed like 10-15 minutes. It's whatever. It wasn't that good of a show. He was very rusty. But in the middle of the show, he was I don't know if you guys know Dimitri Martin's comedy stylings, but he's very soft-spoken. But we could not hear him like at all. And it was an old crowd there. And he fucking, somebody in the crowd behind us, after he tells a joke, goes, "Dimitri, honey, do you mind speaking up?" And it was just like, what? How? Like, I'm glad that they said that because he needed to speak up, but I could not imagine having like the fucking gall to like be like, "Hey, can you speak up? Can you please speak up?" And he was like, "Oh yeah, I'm sorry, I do mumble a lot," and like apologized, and then kept going on with his show. And I was like, well, I'm glad that she said it, but man, insane that she said it. So we go to leave, and I knew that it was about to be over, so I went to go to the bathroom on his closing joke. And we get to the merch table, like third in line, and he does visual gags. He was selling signed visual gags, and for $100 each, we didn't end up buying it. I thought it'd be cool to hang in the I thought it'd be cool to hang up in the studio, but we decided not to spend $100 on it. So we go to leave. Cam's like feeling bad about getting us late into Chicago, which it wasn't his fault, but he's like, let's go to a bar or something. And we're like, okay, sure. And he's like, I know just a place. Let's get in the car and drive somewhere. And Aurora gives me eyes. And so I'm like, in my infinite wisdom, I'm like, this means Aurora doesn't want to do that. And so we go to leave. I was like, nah, let's not do that. Let's just go back to Naperville and go to a bar. And he's like, okay. So we go to leave. And he's driving like a fucking maniac. Almost like there's somebody riding a bike on the street because Chicago doesn't have great like bike lanes, if any, in the city. And he's like, Cameron's like running her off the fucking road. And she's like ringing her bell at him because, like, you know, you have to treat it like a car, and he's not. And he is zooming around her, gets around her, starts driving, hits a fucking pothole, going like 40. And we're like, wow, that was bad. We get on the interstate, and like 20 minutes later, you just start hearing. We're going 85 miles an hour, and we fucking blew a tire. Insane. Absolutely insane. Like, that's the exact time you don't want to pop a fucking tire, right? And so on, I can never remember the name. Is it 55? It goes down to Joliet from Chicago. In four lane, insanely popular high traffic road. Cam and I had to get out and fucking change a tire on the interstate. Very scary. But luckily it was on the passenger side, so it wasn't too bad. And then we got back, and he was like, I assume you guys don't want to go out to the bar anymore. And I was like, no, we're okay. I forgot to get Rock Smash, goddammit. That was my weekend. It was very, very interesting. But that was all because you said American drivers are crazy. And yeah, there's a lot of American drivers that are fucking insane. Oh shit, we got UK fucking debate going on in here. Giving politicians a salary for life seems so dumb. Does it? Yes, it does. Very dumb. Does America do that? I don't think America does that. That's why people stay in politics for so long. Like the president, even the president doesn't get like salary for life. They get Secret Service. I could be wrong. I don't think America even does that. I think I sort of got into this argument with an ex-coworker when I used to work at my old job, where I was saying like, I think you do need to incentivize. I do think you need to incentivize being a politician. Like, I think it's over incentivized. But like when people complain that like American politicians get paid like $170K as a salary. Oh, thanks, Duncan. Hey, everybody say hi to Duncan. Duncan Kastner, the freaking best Fridge Pod guest we've had yet. We don't get attached here. We kill Magic Boy. Hey, Magic Boy, you're dying right now. Duncan needs to see death. People in Congress get salary for stuff, do they? I guess my take is that like you need to incentivize being in politics, because if it's not worth it, then we'll just have even worse government, because then the people who need money will people who want to run shit will just go entirely through corporations instead of just like only 90% of the way through corporations. It's like the $170K salary that like Senate members get and House members get is like, I don't know. I think that's the wrong way to approach it. I think it's like you do need to incentivize it a little bit, in my opinion. Now, salary for life, I think everybody should have that. I think that's the fucked up part, is the fact that like not everybody gets it. Like everybody should just get salary for life. This is a really bad team to have in here. I'm going to switch out. Like everybody should just be able to fucking chill, but I do think you need to incentivize it. I just realized, it doesn't matter. I mean, I could talk about UBI. I'm not like the biggest like UBI is great kind of guy. Only because I feel like it's all a bunch of nuance here. So I'm going to say like, don't take that as like, you don't think UBI is good. I think UBI in a better society shouldn't, like, it's not necessary. Like, I think you should just like have a good enough like barometer of living that like that UBI doesn't make sense. Like you should just get like socialized housing, socialized healthcare to a point to where you wouldn't need that income. But I do think it would be good, like as a nice little like stepping stone, like something like that. But yeah, I am not Yang Gang. You will not catch me rocking the Yang Gang. I think he's like most politicians, which I know he was a business person before, but he literally is just a populist. And like, if you look at his like, was it like Forward Party? The dude doesn't take stances because he's trying to be such a corporate fucking nonsense, like means nothing brand. And in doing that, you take stances like negatively. Like, it's just not great. I mean, like, good on Yang for like putting the idea of like UBI into the American like talk, like, you know, it's something we talk about now at least, but it's not like, it's such a low bar. I think that's something that plagues a lot of politicians, like Yang included, but like I haven't beat the game yet. No, Christian, we're talking UBI. This is just turning into me doing dumb puns. I hope that's what. SoundCloud rapper's names is. We're talking about politics, Christian. I thought Elizabeth Warren was great until like the presidential election, where well, fuck me. Like, obviously as a Bernie supporter, I think Bernie was a great candidate. And then that story came out. Chomzilla, welcome. Thank you for the Prime sub. The story came out while they were running in the primaries, where like Elizabeth Warren, this person who has championed progressive policies, obviously, like for a long time, I think she was a really good candidate, has really good policy positions, decided when these hit pieces came out against Bernie, where he was claiming that he said that Elizabeth Warren should never be president because she's a woman or whatever the fuck it said, like, had no backing to that. And she didn't like publicly even say that she agreed with them or disagreed with them. And she just let that tank Bernie's chances of securing the primary win. And then in doing so only helped the Biden camp. When it's like, if you really wanted to like have the progressive like base or like movement go forward, Bernie Sanders and Elizabeth Warren combo would have done really well. I think they're two really great people to pair together. But I don't know, that really soured me on Elizabeth Warren because it's like you're just playing into like the mainstream libs' hands there by like letting this false narrative get ran that Bernie was a misogynist. A Bernie Warren ticket would have been awesome. And it probably would have happened if that hadn't happened. But yeah, I don't know. That really soured me on Elizabeth Warren. It was really sad because I thought she was awesome. And she still does great stuff, but is Katie Porter, I know Katie Porter is the person who draws on stuff. Is she California? I said that I would hate this as Azumarill, and then I'm literally using it so much. Yeah, I think she is California, but yeah, she'd be cool. But yeah, that really, same thing happened with like Kamala Harris, where it's like, I mean less so, I guess, because Kamala was a fucking cop, but Kamala voted like with, and I'm using Bernie as a platform or as a comparison, not because he's a man and right, but because he's a good stance of like what progressive policies in America is. Kamala in Senate like voted with Bernie like 93% of the time. And even when she was running, she was saying very progressive things. And then as soon as she went on the Biden ticket, she walked back so much stuff. And it just comes off as so disingenuous. The same thing happened with Yang. Like, it's just fucking stand up. And like Biden did it too, obviously. But like it's expected out of Biden. It just drives me insane. It's just like, come on, man. Just fucking have, like, I think that's the most, to me, enticing thing about Bernie is like, and like for better or for worse on some stuff, I guess. Not really, but he has had pretty much the same fucking stance for so long on so many issues that we now see as like progressive. Oh, ready for this one? DJ Spitter. That's really cool. I had no idea that. I mean, I don't know anything about Porter, but it's cool that Elizabeth Warren taught her that. DJ Donkey John. Is that what you wanted? I did get another badge that I forgot to put in. Boom. I don't know. I shit on I'm not an accelerationist. But I also like I shit on like the baby step stuff a lot because it drives me insane. Like when Biden's student debt relief thing first was like soft announced and like it was kind of leaked and it was like, oh yeah, he's gonna do 10K. I was so pissed. Like I was so fucking pissed that he was doing a 10K debt relief program because it's like it doesn't do anything. It does. It helps a ton of people, but like you're not solving the issue. You promised more than that. So like it just felt bad. But also at the same time, like that was great. Or like it's still useful. And no, so after that got leaked that it was gonna be 10K, it was then 20K, and everyone was like, yay, 20K, that's better. Because like the median amount that people owe is 20K in America. That's not the average. A lot of people owe a lot more, but the median amount is 20K. So it helps 50% of people, theoretically. But then it was even further means tested for people who make under like 110K, and then also like you had to have the Pell Grant, like received a Pell Grant while you were in school. And it's like, well, now all those dirty details come out, and it's like, what the fuck? Why can't we just like fix it? Why are we just putting Band-Aids on it? And it's just going to come, you know, you're just kicking the can down the road. It makes no sense to me. It drives me insane. And now, and this hasn't made news. So if you haven't heard this, it's by design. But the fucking Ohio court is like challenging the constitutionality of Biden forgiving the student loans, and so it's being held up right now. Maybe I guess I don't know entirely right now. I haven't consumed the news in a couple days, but like, there's a chance it doesn't even fucking go through. And election day is in 2 weeks. And of course, you know, no one's running that story right now because they want all the goodwill from him saying that they're going to do it. But it just drives me insane. This is a really good encounter. Swablu is very, very important for my strats later. Swablu and Altaria. The dragon type. How about Blow and Cloud? Cloud Blower. Cloud. Pop Smoke. Pop Smoke's an actual rapper. We're going for SoundCloud names. I checked my current student loans. I owe $273,000. Yeah, Teo. I don't like the 20K ain't gonna make much of a dent there, huh? Now I owe $19,853, I believe, and then my parents have loans too. But like, it's great for me. Obviously, I'm gonna be paying on my parents' loans, but hey, RIP. And then you didn't get a Pell Grant. It's great. So it literally does nothing. Like, you get 10K. I don't know. It's just so sad, like, to see like this thing that's like student debt is literally like kind of like climate change. It's gonna fuck us up, and it is fucking us up. And we're just sort of, as a society, just being like, we know how to solve it. We know how to fix it, but why would we do that? Supreme Court might try to take back stuff that prevents indigenous children from their families and put into boarding schools to essentially colonize them again. Can't remember the name. That's wonderful. My mom's loans are $440K. Jesus Christ. Like, it shouldn't be like that. It makes no sense that in a modern society where, like, no, if you want to become educated and like give yourself the best chance to make your family like in the future like better and like your life better, you have to go insurmountably into debt. Or even if you don't want to look at it like that, like, it's just good to have a educated, like, you know, society. Like, it's just good overall. And we're just like, nope. How come everybody's not in the trades? That's how I was, Teo. Like, when the loan payments were put on pause, I've only ever made minimum payments. When they were put on pause, I didn't make a single payment. And my dad was like, why not? And I was like, because they have to forgive them. They have to. It's literally crippling our society. Should get a Zubat in here, which is going to be a very good encounter. It's not who I wanted to lead. Probably going to get... is this going to kill? No. Perfect. Yeah. No, yeah, trades are absolutely valid. But, like... Also, at the same time, we're cutting funding for like trades being like a possibility for like, I mean, like shop classes are getting gutted, like absolutely gutted. And so like people don't even really understand that that's an option. Like trades are obviously very important and good, but went to uni in Northern Ireland and my student debt is about 30K pounds, euros, pounds, 30,000. Still a lot. I owe about 600 pounds to be a HGV driver, for which I'll be getting like 700 a week. Yeah, and like I don't know how much it is to get commercial driving license, a CDL, but it is like a couple $1,000s. Now a lot of companies will be like, "Oh, we'll pay it for you," and by that they mean you upfront the cost, and then you have to then like over the next 2 years we'll just like tax free pay you back for your class. So really you're not getting paid to do it, but it's just sad. It's so sad. It's like with so many things where we're just like literally putting our heads in the sand and being like, "Oh, it's not gonna happen." Fuck. At least Emerald plays a lot faster than I can give this Miracle Seed to you. Emerald plays so much faster than. Did I get a Puchiena? Yeah, it's in the PC. It plays so much faster than Crystal. Crystal played so slow, even though I was on speed up. There's just so much shit that you have to do. What ability are you? Static. Wonderful. I can never get Intimidate. Where's my repels at? Oh, I bet you Aurora's been texting me. I haven't been looking at my phone. All right. Didn't mean to battle this person. Teo, I haven't talked to you since this happened. But holy fuck, Teo. Somebody came into our Discord, and I think they had been in there for a little bit. And it was in the current events section of our Discord, which we created as sort of like a middle ground instead of having like a politics section. And somebody linked an article, and the article said like Democrats, what was it? CNN might push anti, how did they word it? It's effectively saying like that CNN is going to start like making people freak out that the Supreme Court is going to like reduce gun laws. And then the article was from Breitbart. So obviously you're like, what the fuck? Why is somebody coming in here and sharing a Breitbart thing? And it was like 2 a.m. It was pretty early in the morning. And fucking Teo, the night owl Teo is fucking goes off on this person. Who was like a newer person in the Discord. Like, what the fuck are you doing sharing a Breitbart article just going off? Okay, Sharni, I forgot you're not American. Breitbart is an alt-right, like extreme right news website that was it used to have Milo Yiannopoulos on it until Milo got too fucking Nazi for Breitbart. Yeah, Steve Bannon started it. And Steve Bannon was in Trump's cabinet. Just fucking overall dog shit website. And so somebody came in and shared it, and Teo fucking going crazy. And yeah, what was really funny about it was the person who shared it was like, "Hey, I didn't know that, but I'm trying to do my own research and find like interesting stuff." And it's like, you can't come in with the defense of like you didn't know about it, but also do your own research, because you literally was it Breitbart? Where did Ben Shapiro used to work? I think it was Breitbart. I think it's Breitbart used to have a tab of like on their news. It was like news, politics, and then there was a tab for black crime. And then Ben Shapiro quit because they got too anti-Semitic, but he was okay with the fucking black crime tab. I believe this is an encounter right here. No, it wasn't Turning Point. Turning Point is, I believe it's post Ben Shapiro, starting Daily Mail. I could be wrong though, but Celia, there are conservative piss babies. This one's just gonna be a little pump because I think it's funny since he's got a pump on. Machapa. Okay, Machapa is very good. Hey, Draxons, you're always keeping me hydrated. Daily Wire is what Ben Shapiro founded Daily Wire. So Ben Shapiro currently works for Daily Wire because he founded it. That's where Candace Owens works too. Daily Wire. Where do you get strength at? Fuck, where do you get strength at? Did I pass strength? Oh, I have strength. Perfect. I think I have it. I just forgot because I cleared the... Yeah, great. Who wants to learn strength? Who do I not care about? I don't think Manetric needs 4 slots, if I'm being honest. We like quick attack, though. That's right. I don't think Meryl or Azumarill. I already know it's Rock Smash. I think Azumarill is... I'll keep Azumarill for the Fire Gem. Ludicolo is pretty dog shit. It'll actually be useful on this Pokemon, but it already has Edbutt. Fuck it. It was so funny though. Teo just fucking went so hard. Oh, I can't even use it yet. Wonderful. Teo went so hard on that. It was so funny. It's like, oh well, that person's never coming back. But yes, we do have conservative piss babies. Somebody even like did a whole thing of like, I'm a cop and I love listening to you guys, even though you guys sometimes are a little harsh on us. And it's like, why do you think that this podcast is for you? I think you're getting the wrong... I mean, it's fine, but I don't know if they left the Discord. I didn't check. I didn't really cross my mind to check. Yeah, cops are definitely one of those listeners I do not need. I do not care. I do not need to have them in there. But some people are fucking stupid, you know? I literally said that I didn't really want this Azumarill because it's a bad encounter, and I'm going to use it so much. What's my level cap? My level cap is 29. All right, we're fine. I mean, it's still in the current events channel. It's just, what was it, like a week or so ago? Azumarill is fine. There's other Pokemon I would have wanted instead of it. No, I don't want to start with you. Let's start with... no swagger. This is fine. Level cap 69. True. Wonderful. Camerupt. Ow. Do we think Azumarill is going to one-shot Camerupt with a Bubble Beam? It's quad effective. Azumarill has 36 special attack. It's so bad. Oh. My Marshtomp only had... I really need to save this Azumarill. I guess we go here. We can fake out. I guess we go for... I think this is dead. That's fine. I don't care. I just wanted to free switch in here. I didn't want to take any damage. That's our first death. And we're only getting the death because of a fucking magnitude 10 roll on my Azumarill, but it's safer to sack. It's safer to sack that Lombre there because it's fucking dog shit. It's a dog shit Pokemon. Nobody can ever convince me otherwise that anything from a Lombre line is good. But I'd rather keep my Azumarill for Flannery than Lombre there. Switch here. Oh, static. Wonderful. Being a cop is a choice. If you aren't born a cop, don't get it. Don't. Yeah, that's very true. I mean, assigned cop at birth is a thing, though, to be fair. I don't know if I get an encounter on this route because I think these are all repeats. I think these are all dupes. I think it's just Machop and Numel, which kind of stinks. They don't get a Torkoal. That's okay. They're not in the Discord. They were a newer member, and I don't remember them talking that much. Or maybe they weren't a newer member, they just didn't talk a ton. But yeah, they didn't talk a ton. It's fine. I mean, somebody's gonna come in and be like that, like, and then to be, I don't know. Teo was pretty harsh on him, but like, it's like, come on, you can't be like that. Like, you got to know better than that, you know? I don't know even who I need to bring as a... Oh, duh. Yeah, the baby doll was like... That was probably a little over the line, because the person was like... That makes me uncomfortable. Please don't call me that. Neutral nature, Magikarp. It's not terrible. Like coming, like if, like I know Teo, so like, or I, online know Teo, so it's like, I understand that the baby doll was like whatever, but to not know somebody and have them like say baby doll, it's like, that's pretty condescending sounding. But also, like, if you're gonna come in and spread like alt-right, shit, like, kind of what do you expect? Like, I'm gonna teach strength to, who did I teach it to? I taught it to somebody and I never even used it. Oh, you. I was already gonna teach it to Gyarados. That was actually a really big waste. I'm gonna teach it to Gyarados anyway. Who learns bulk up? Just you? Not important. Wait, what do you mean? Oh, you mean to be in the Discord? That is funny. I mean, that's also why we have the $1 pay gate, because it prevents a lot of people from like spending the money to get into the Discord. You wouldn't think it would be that effective, but it is pretty effective. So I get a free encounter here. It's this Wobbuffet. I'm not going to use it because I'm too lazy to like play a proper Wobbuffet strat. But if I ever need to come back for it, I will. I just don't care enough to get it here. Okay. Bubble Beam, Rock Punch. For me, baby. For me, every morning there's a halo hanging from the corner of my girlfriend's. Well, your stupidity makes me uncomfortable. True. You know, I kind of had a similar take to this. I posted a TikTok. I don't know if you guys got the TikTok recommended to you or like put on your For You page. That was like, how did I fuck that up again? It was, I think, a conservative interviewer, because they were laughing the whole time, but they had a bunch of conservatives on, like young people. They look like they were like 20. And they just said like, "Hi, can we get your name, age, and pronouns?" And then every single person who they asked that, as the conservatives, were like, "What the fuck, pronouns? I don't fucking believe in that shit." And I just thought it was so insane that like every single one of the people who was saying like, "I don't believe in that shit," is just ugly. It's like, how can you be so hateful when you like look like that? And so I made a TikTok. They turned off duets and stitches, obviously. And so I downloaded the video and I made a little TikTok on it. And I just stitched it. And I was very drunk. I was margarita drunk. It was Monday night. Maybe it was Tuesday night. I don't remember which night it was now. I think it was Monday night. And I stitched and just said like, how come every single person who's transphobic is ugly as fuck? Like the Venn diagram of transphobic people and ugly people is a fucking circle. Right? It's a stupid little joke. And immediately TikTok flagged it as bullying and removed it as bullying. And it's like, how can somebody come in and be like, "Hey, transphobia, I'm going to deny the existence of pronouns," and have that not be flagged as bullying, have millions of views. And then I say like, "Oh, these people are ugly, huh?" And it's like, "Hey, you can't say that. You're going to hurt their feelings." It was so funny. It's like, of course I can't say that they're ugly. It is just funny though. It's like, man, you're all just ugly, huh? Like that's your whole thing is that you're bad people and you're ugly. That's crazy. All right, Flannery is kind of a hard gym. So here goes. I'm in a Discord for a horror podcast by LGBT writers who frame capitalism as the source of most evils in the story, and someone came in shilling conservative rhetoric. They got basically the same response from that Discord and left in a huff. Isn't it funny how people like don't get art? It's like conservatives using 1984 as like a pro-conservative thing, or it's like you understand that that book is about the fascists, right? Okay, Azumarill might be goated. I'm sorry that I doubted you, Azumarill. This Azumarill is... didn't even get paralyzed by Body Slam. That Azumarill just carried me through the last 2 gyms. That's wonderful. Or 2 of the... what was the last gym? No, 2 of the 4 gyms. Okay, so now I can use strength. I really was like Meryl's dog shit. Granted, I wanted a better Pokemon out of that patch, but Meryl really... Azumarill really put in the work. That's wonderful. Halfway done. Azumarill has thick fat, which like is dog. That's why I also said it's dog shit. Is it's thick fat and it's serious. So it's a neutral type or a neutral nature, which is whatever. But it's got thick fat, and you're like, you know, if you get a Meryl, you want huge power. But it's got enough power to get me through Watson's gym and Flannery's gym, I suppose. Okay, so now this is where the game, in my opinion, so that's early game. Those first 4 gyms are early game. Those gyms are pretty easy. Flannery's, but now we got Norman, and Norman is like the first real like gym leader that uses strats that can actually fuck you if you don't know what you're doing. So hopefully that I don't embarrass myself on Norman. I have a good one. Pops goes the Weasel. I'm going to go over here. I'll use my repel. You know, Sharny, I've always said that too, right? It's like, oh no, you got to eat dirt. It builds the immune system. And you know, you're kind of like joking. Like you don't actually, like whatever. It's just a stupid excuse. But my senior year in college, since I was a STEM major, we had to every week attend a hour-long lecture, or not lecture, an hour-long meeting once a week. And the point of it was so like every single STEM major had to also at one point give an hour-long meeting or a presentation. But until people were ready to do that in the semester, or we did trimesters, not semesters, but you get the point. Before people were ready to do that, they just brought in guest speakers. And somebody literally came in from like U of I or something and gave an hour-long presentation on why you should let your kid eat dirt to build their immune system. And I was like, this is awesome. This is great. This is why I don't wash my hands. I do wash my hands, but dirt do kind of low-key hit different, dude. Hey, I'm glad someone said it. Charney, I knew somebody who I used to work with somebody who he lives with his wife and his sister, and they both got COVID twice. Two separate occasions, they both got COVID. And he never stopped like sharing a room with his wife, never really social distanced at home. Both times didn't get COVID. He didn't get COVID. Isn't that wild? There's probably a better way to get to Norman. I'm taking the wrong way. COVID sucks. I'm this might be a hot take. COVID is not fun. I got it in late July. Would not recommend. Would not recommend at all. Brave. It is brave of me to admit that. Aurora had it first, and she was not doing great. God damn it. And yeah, she gave it to me, and it was just I was trying to be like, I'll be all right. I'll be like my coworker. I won't get it. And then I got it, and it was so bad. Muck heap. Is that a British term, or are you just saying like something like was dirty in general? Okay, we got to build a team for Norman. Norman is a freaking bee. Norman leads with a vigor. I thought he leads with a Spinda. Doesn't he lead with a Spinda? There's no way a Zoomerl is good here. Let's see who learns dig. Yeah, slacking is a problem. No, that's in Ruby Sapphire. This is Emerald. In Emerald, he has Spinda, Lanoon, Vigoroth, and a slacking. So normally what you would want here is something that knows protect, and I missed both my protect encounters. Could use a Zigzagoon. This is a very physically defensive Pokemon that knows dig, and it's slow. So I'm going to bring you. There's no reason to bring Kadabra. Kadabra will get one hit by everything. Big Paramore guy over here. Gyarados is obviously good. I think this team is okay. All right, my level cap is 31. Mudkeep is literally a mound of shit. Interesting. Cow and horse shit. We call those cow pies over here, over in the Midwest. Over where I live, we call those cow pies. Ooh, I don't know if this learns dig, actually. I could be lying to you. Ooh, this doesn't evolve before Norman either, does it? This might be a dog shit Pokemon. Yeah, it's a dog shit Pokemon. Cow pie is a small pile, like a singular shit. Mudkeep is where you've collected from stalls while cleaning. Yeah, I've never done any cleaning of stalls. That's fair. Oh, I really don't have a good Norman team. I could go get my Wobbuffet that I passed on. But Chop's not that good. I mean, I could bring him. He's not that good. I mean, he's better than a Manectric in this case. I'm better than Numel for sure. Manectric can at least do damage. Numel's garbage. Yeah, he's just not that good. He doesn't really do anything. I mean, now, I have said this about Meryl already, and Meryl carried. I just... doesn't really do much. Low kick is probably my highest damage move here. I don't think I need revenge. Oop. So like if we look at Machoke, like I'm already leading Breloom. Breloom, also fighting type, has Mach Punch, has 92 attack right now. Machoke has 62 attack. Granted, it's a minus attack nature, but like, have a good one, Kiaka. You also stay swaggy. It's got worse attack by a lot. It's slower. It is the same bulk, if not slightly worse. And it doesn't have the grass resistances. It's just pure fighting. So it's just not good. Like, I guess it's got a slightly higher HP pool, but nothing crazy. Ooh, do I have any berries that cure paralysis or cure confusion? This might be the move. If I give him a confusion cure berry and then teach him bulk up, this might be the move. Because I can stay in on Spinda, because Spinda doesn't do anything except Teeter Dance. And hopefully get a few bulk ups up. And probably teach it over... oh, just teach it over Focus Energy. And then when this goes down, if it goes down, I can switch to this guy. The real hard part is going to be slacking. Like getting into slacking on a clean switch and then dealing something. So I might just have to sack something. Oh, fuck. Azumarill can learn Dig? Yo, is Azumarill about to save our ass again? Do we let Azumarill sweep? Or not sweep, but do we let Azumarill save our ass? Do we just let Azu do it? Do I want to teach Toxic to... fuck it. Azumarill is goated. All right. All right, let's look at berries here. What do I want to give? I don't think any of them can sleep me. I think, unironically, we give Azumarill a Lepa berry, because I think we might need it. Somebody uses Body Slam. So I'll give you Body Slam. No. I got a plan for the Dragon Gem. I don't need the rollout. All right. It's going to lead Spinda. We set up a bulk up until we get confused. Oh, I forgot about that. It just dealt 29 damage, which means I'd survive a crit, but it's faster than me. So I can gamble here. I can gamble here with a bulk up and hope it goes for Teeter Dance, but I don't think it will because it... yeah. This is gonna outspeed me. Do we think you can take it? You can take me out? Ooh, it doesn't. I just dealt 16 damage. Oh, Machop, wonderful. Okay, Lanuna's gonna belly drum. Oh no, he's a kill. Fuck, I misclicked. Whatever, it's fine. We're fine. We're doing great here. Have a good one, Sharny. Thanks for hanging out. Okay, now this is the hard part, right? So, Slacking knows 4 moves, of course. It knows Facade, which deals double damage if it's got a status condition. It also knows Counter, so if you hit it with a physical move, it deals double the damage back to you. So obviously we don't want to do that. It knows Yawn, which can put me to sleep, and then Feint Attack, which is just an always hit move, so you can't reduce its accuracy. It's gonna want to probably... There's a gamble here. Because if it yawns... Let's see. I think we just hard switch. Okay, that was the right move. Now I'm slower. All right, we have to do math here. It's gonna be sleeping this turn. Or stalling. So I dig. Next turn he attacks. Oh fuck. We forgot about counter though. It can always counter. We might be losing Azumarill. My plan was to dig stall. But counter. Fucking counter. It also does no damage. How many PP is Facade? It's 20. As long as it doesn't counter. As long as it doesn't counter, we'll be able to run out its Facade PP. And then we can Toxic it. And we might need to... Oh wait, he's out of potions, isn't he? He used his potions on his other Pokemon. Oh, I'm a genius. Oh, Azumarill, you're so good. Azumarill, I'm so sorry I doubted you. What a goddamn queen Azumarill is. Of course, we lost Machop, which means I lost my bulk up TM, which is fine. What a freaking champ Azumarill is. I'll never... This is what's great about Nuzlocking is you just like I would have never thought Azumarill could do anything in this game. I've played through Emerald so many times on a hardcore Nuzlocke to like I think it's a good game to Nuzlocke. I've never used Azumarill because it's just bad. Especially if you don't get huge power. And it's just fucking carrying me through this game right now. We'll bring Kadabra back out. Okay, where do we go next? And we got Surf. Let's teach Surf to all of my water types so they have a decent move. There's no reason to not teach Surf to all of these Pokemon because it's such a good fucking move. All right. Oh, we do get an encounter back here. I suppose we can. Should be a Goldeen, which is useless. It doesn't do anything, but we'll use it for TM or HM moves later. Maybe. If I get an encounter. Meryl is just taunting me now. This is such a low encounter rate. And I get a Meryl. Okay, whatever. I don't care. It's just a Goldeen. I'll get it back later if I need it. Now, if we have any Pokemon Emerald heads in chat, the next two gyms are relatively scary. It's a flying type gym, and then Tate and Liza, which are it's a double battle, which is what makes it scary. Dark type gym. It's not what you love to see, but you know your boy's got a plan. I think I might only make it to one more gym and then probably call it. I might finish this early next week. I'm sorry, they are psychic. I was thinking of the plan, which is that I'll be using dark types. You know what? Before I go, I'll show you my plan for the next gym, which is in here. You can buy Harbor Mail. I can sell any items that I'm never going to use, such as a Max Revive. I don't think I need a Firestone, but I guess I'll keep it. Probably don't need a Moonstone either. So you can get that Harbor Mail. Oh, I had a Nugget. I'll sell it in the next town. It's fine. I didn't see the Nugget. Could be using a Repel, but I'm too lazy. You give Harbor Mail to this lady, and she gives you a coin case. Make you. All right. Now you have a coin case. We'll talk to Watson here. And now you come into here. Whoop. Not Flamethrower. Not Thunderbolt. Which one is it? Not Psychic. Although that is a good TM. Ice Beam. You only need 4,000 coins to get Ice Beam. I need 80k. So I might not get 80k. We'll see if we can get to 80k. That's like the ultimate plan. We might need to do some gambling. But you just buy Ice Beam, and then that gym becomes very trivial. You can just teach Ice Beam to Gyarados. And that gym is pretty easy because everything is either 4 times effective or neutral to it because it has a Skarmory. But that's the plan for that. Let's go do Watson's little side quest here just to get the Thunderbolt TM. We also get a nice encounter that hopefully I won't ever need to use. Oh, I forgot you can get Magnemite. I'm actually very glad I got Magnemite. Wasted a Cherry Berry. Wonderful. You hate to see it. Magnemite's a really good encounter. We haven't had a new Pokemon in a while. I feel like Magneto would be a really dumb SoundCloud name. It's actually a really good encounter. If it has Levitate, that's actually going to be really good for Tate and Liza. All right, now we can use a Repel. I'm going to swap you here. Normally here you'd get an Electrode encounter, which isn't very good because it's not a good Pokemon. It's fast and it has decent attack, but it is way too frail to like rely on. That's how most electric types are, to be fair. Or Voltorb would be your encounter, obviously, but I got free Thunderstone. Free Thunderbolt TM. Oh, this song is so good. Paramore is so fucking good. I'm so glad that they're back and like their new song was good. If you guys haven't listened to Friend Requests from Josh and Joe, my other podcast, I need to stop saying my other podcast, and because it really is, the Judgies umbrella has expanded. It's underneath the Judgies LLC. It's all part of the same thing. Fuck yeah, LM. That sounds like a typical Overwatch experience. But if you haven't listened to Friend Requests from Josh and Joe, I highly recommend it. But in episode 2, I actually tell a story involving Haley Williams, because when I was young and, you know, Facebook was new, back then, celebrities didn't quite understand, like nobody really didn't really understand social media yet, because it was like 2009. And it's a good question, Teo. I actually need to figure that out. But people didn't really understand social media, and so celebrities just had public Facebook pages. It was wild. And this was like 2009-ish. And hey, ooh, this is my encounter. It's actually good. I actually like that. And so I was friends with Haley Williams on Facebook, like actual friends with her, which is crazy. And just one day I'm pretty sure it was actually her, because she would put pictures up of like selfies of herself off of her phone. Like, I'm pretty sure it was actually her. I'm pretty sure it wasn't just like a fan page. And one day she's like, "Hey, who wants to be listed as my brother or my sister on Facebook?" And I said, "I do." And she added me as, it said like brothers Josh Highsmith. And then like 2 months later, they made it so celebrities didn't really do that anymore. They gave them like fan pages where you had to liked Haley Williams instead of like being friends with her, which is good. But it removed the page that she had, and then I didn't have any proof of it because I was a kid and I didn't think to like screenshot it. Kind of crazy. But our ultimate goal is to I don't know if you guys have ever seen Podcast But Outside, but their running bit for the first like X amount of episodes was like, our goal is to like practice. The whole podcast was practicing how to interview. That held your chat. That's funny. The whole point of the Podcast But Outside was like them practicing to interview John Hamm someday. And then eventually they got John Hamm on the show. It was very cool. And so like that's me and Joe's Haley Williams is me and Joe's John Hamm for the podcast, is we want to get her on the show. We realistically could get Tay-Zonday, but Tay-Zonday doesn't seem as interesting as a get to us as Haley Williams. But Tay-Zonday, I think Joe was like looking into him and like, Tay-Zonday like might have less followers than Joe, or maybe he's got to have more. But like, he said something where he's like, it's pretty realistic that we could get Tay-Zonday on the pod, and I was like, yeah, that's true, but. Yeah, the Twitch automaton, my little lesbian, was very funny. Your new handle, little lesbian. It's kind of funny because we're on the same podcast network as Megan Trainor. So like we could also theoretically like meet Megan Trainor or like, you know, talk to her and like blah blah blah. And I was like, oh, that's kind of interesting. Like, let's look into like her show. And it's her and her brother, I believe, is her podcast. And I was like, let's look into it. And then I like clicked on her podcast, and the most recent episode she did was like, I can't remember the name of her podcast. It was like blah blah blah. This podcast, here's Megan Paris Hilton, and we're gonna talk about NFTs and how cool they are. And this was in August. And I was like, that's strange that they're still fucking shilling for NFTs in August of 2022. Like, what the fuck? And I wonder if like Megan and Paris might have like the same agent or something. It did seem like a weird like combo there, but I was like, I don't have any. Oh no, I just got Wingle. I was like, I don't have any flying types. I can't even use. I have Crobat too. I'm just gonna switch. I don't really want to risk losing my Alakazam or my Kadabra. I feel like, I mean, listen, I love Childish Gambino. Not feeling the song right now. Okay. Fuck, I didn't mean to fight this guy. It's fine. Oh, perfect. Wilmer almost fucking one-shot my Kadabra. What nature is my Kadabra? Why is it so bad? Oh, minus special defense. That'll do it. That'll do it when a Whalmer uses a super effective move. Okay, so because of the way I caught my Pokemon, you can sort of like, if you're ever playing a Nuzlocke, this is something to keep in mind. It's not necessary because most base games aren't that hard, but you can do your encounters in such a way to like guarantee encounters. So the only Pokemon that's on this route that I should be able to catch is one, a Kecleon, which is a guaranteed encounter, but I don't want it. But I already have an Oddish, I already have a Poochyena, which means the only thing left here should be an Absol. And Absol isn't like an amazing Pokemon. It's a really, really hard hitter. Oh, and the Marill. Good thing I caught the Marill. The Marill just really, really fortunate that I caught that Marill. Absol, really, really strong physical attacker. It naturally gets a really good move called Swords Dance that ups your attack by 2 stages. But most importantly, it's a dark type. And that dark typing is what we're going to use to really help us win the next gym battle after the ice or the flying type one. If it's ever gonna get here, I think it is a rarer encounter, but I think it's like a 1 in 5. There it is. Okay. We can stun spore it. Damage it a little bit. And get it in our... Hey, we'll go Ultra Ball for Absol because it's a fancy... Fuck. Premier Ball because you're super fancy, Absol. Well. Ooh, good thing I saw that. We do not want to get hit by a flying type move. Boy, this Absol does not want to get caught. It took me this many attempts to get to it, and now it's just not staying in the ball. There we go. So this is the Armageddon Pokemon. I'm going to call it... Hello, Maximus. Welcome. You're fine. I'm going to call it Armageddon as its SoundCloud rapper name. Yeah. So that's a really good encounter for later. Doesn't help us now. That's okay. We don't need it to help us now. Oh, wow. I could have gotten a Kecleon. That would have been really bad if I didn't get the Absol. Not really bad, but it wouldn't have been great. I'm sure Azumarill would have carried us through, but... Now, this is also one of the few gyms that... It's one of the few places where you encounter a Wobbuffet, which has Shadow Tag, which means you can't switch out when you get in the fight. I didn't mean to fight this guy. You can't switch out once you get into the fight, and also it can use Destiny Bond, which just kills you if you kill it that turn. So you actually do have to like be really careful in here. It's the only spot where you're guaranteed to get into a fight with one, pretty much. I don't know if I'm going to do this gym. I don't know if I'm going to get to the end because of... I think I need to gamble for coins. And Judah is going crazy right now. Boink. Okay, so I'm pretty sure this is the gym. Or this is the double battle. Let me do that. Spark. Oh no, this isn't it. Am I thinking of a different gym? He's gonna bring out a Pelipper now. Am I thinking of a different gym? Or is it just a single battle? I know there's a Wobbuffet somewhere close to this gym. It's like the only time... Fuck. It's like Wobbuffet's not a good Pokemon, but... Hey, have a good one, Teo. Thanks for hanging out. I'm probably ending soon anyway. Once Azumarill carries me through one more gym. Because this is a Tropius, so... Weird. I've got 58k. Can't fly back. Do I think I can just take on this gym without doing the strat? I should be okay. Let's get my Pokemon up to 33. Let's fucking do this real quick. Now, I could be wrong. But, Azumarill shouldn't be having a... Ooh, David Montgomery or Gus Edwards? Great question. I would personally... Who do the Bears play? The Bears play someone that... It's going to be a tight game. Or like, it's a winnable game for the Bears. I can't remember who they play. Ooh, this is a great Pokemon. Let's get you out of here. The Ravens play on Thursday night. Gus Edwards is probably their best running back. Gus Edwards is a really good play. But, God, who do the Bears play? I was just talking to my uncle about this. Non-PP, I feel like I would lean Gus Edwards. Bears play Dallas. Yeah, I think I would go Gus Edwards. Hello, Sailor Shikamaru. Welcome. Fuck. All right, so this is bad. I thought this would have Levitate. It's not ideal that this doesn't have Levitate. It actually doesn't help me that much. The scariest part of this gym is the Altaria. The Altaria is very scary. So I'm going to teach Magneton. I'm sorry. Manectric Thunderbolt. It just is a much stronger move. Does Roar work? I honestly never use Roar, but Roar might actually be really useful here. No, it doesn't work in trainer battles, right? I think it only works on wild encounters. Studying for your cadaver exam? Hey, you're welcome, Sackety X. It is Hello Goodbye. Is it quiet? It is playing. Okay, so the plan is hopefully, I guess the plan is to hopefully survive an earthquake is the plan. It's not a very good plan, but I'll be able to pivot. I don't really need a Manectric after this gym because I have the Magneton. I didn't mean to start this battle yet, but it'll be okay. The goal here is just Thunderbolt, either crit or survive. Oh. Hello, babe. Wonderful. Oh, you're fine. Okay. Boom. So now Skarmory. What is Skarmory now? I think Skarmory we just switch here. I don't think it can really do anything to Magneton. Everyone say hi to Aurora. Aurora's right arm. What is my favorite Pokemon? Rapidash. I think it's cool. Well, yeah, that's how you beat this gym. You have to use Ice Beam. We love that for us. I will get Ice Beam eventually in this run. I got that sweater from a job and I gave it to her. It's a very cool sweater. It was an old man's sweater.
Died.
He did die. That's 6 gym badges. That's not bad. I actually, like, My team was not built for early, but this is a pretty good team late. I'll see if I want to upgrade to an Alakazam. Technically, I can't, but having a Crobat, I got my apps. I got the 2 dark types. This is a pretty good team. I think we switch you out for now. Now there's a big jump to the next gym, I believe. Our next level cap is 42. That's Tate and Liza. There's a lot of story that's coming up. Hey, Aurora, do you want to hear this comment? I don't know if she likes this comment or not. Did anyone ever told you look like Michelle from Skins, UK?
Holy fuck. No. I used to watch Skins as Dane. I looked like Michelle.
Oh.
So sorry. I used to watch Skins religiously as a teenager, and I used to wish I looked like Michelle. So that's pretty cool that you say that because I love Skins. Going with curly hair. Okay.
Is there somebody from Skins that you get mad when people say you look like them? Or am I thinking of something else?
Skins?
Yeah.
No, this is Finn Wolfhard. Frick.
Well, then good. I'm glad it wasn't Michelle.
I'm sorry.
Just keep it right here.
Oh. Yeah.
Endeavor.
Who was your Skins crush from first season?
Me?
No, you did.
I watched a few episodes with you.
No, not as a teenager though. That's when you get crushes on. Because that's what
I had a crush on Michelle because she looks like Aurora.
He's lying, but thank you for. My season 1 Skins crush, and don't make fun of me. Mine was Sid. All right, and Maxie. I'm gonna say it.
Which one was Maxie?
Maxie is the blonde guy.
Remember Sid? Sid wears the beanie, right?
Yeah.
Wait, oh, it wasn't you. My ex had terrible taste in crushes, and it made me feel real fucking bad. Like, she would be like, oh, I really liked Justin Bieber, but like in the worst era. Not like Kid Bieber, but like adult Bieber with scruff. And I'm just like, that's so hurtful. What does that say about me?
Well, how do you feel about me having a crush on Tom York?
I think, Aurora, you're more of a like personality driven person than she.
Oh,
Like, you like Tom York probably primarily because of like his music and art and stuff.
good point. And I forgot about Chris. And got a crush on Michelle?
No shit.
Yeah, Chris was pretty hot.
Back off my girlfriend. I don't remember who Chris. Did I know them?
Chris is the guy who.
Oh, I mean, I don't know him from Skins, but he's a pretty good looking dude from Game of Thrones.
He in Skins he was a drug addict. Yeah.
Aren't they all drug addicts in Skins?
Well, he was like
Even
a little bit
more
more
of a-
pronounced.
Even more of a drug addict.
Yeah.
He was a drug addict because all the drugs went up in him.
I still don't understand what happened with his mom. Like, I don't know why she just left that way. But I also stopped watching Skin. I started watching it last year again, and then I stopped because it stressed me out.
So yeah, that's when I watched it. It was 3 episodes with you. But wasn't Gilly also in there?
Yeah, that's Cassie.
Kind of crazy how the UK has actors.
Huh? Yeah, Skins is pretty fucking crazy to watch as an adult. It's definitely like it plays into angstiness and shows a bunch of parties and shit when you're a teenager and just like, yeah, that's cool. This is watch and then watch it as an adult and it's terrifying. And then like I just saw fucking TikTok. The actress that plays Effie, I think her name's Kayla. I don't know her last name, but she just commented on one of her videos because somebody asked if Skins fucked with her, and she's like, "Yes, it did," because I was 14 when I was on Skins.
Was Effie the girl whose brother was like trying to overdose her boyfriend, or her ex was trying to overdose her boyfriend, or her brother? They were like going to some house party and like,
oh yes,
or she was the one being overdosed.
Yeah, that's Effie. Yeah, insane, right?
Yeah.
Most problematic crush from childhood.
Wait, what now? Do you mean like the person was problematic?
Or like the crush itself was problematic?
I don't think I had anybody who I was like, I have a crush on them, but that's bad. Like, who was a bad person to have a crush on? I mean, as a straight male, I don't think there were many like people in like there weren't a lot of like women in media that were like, it's wrong to have a crush on them. You know what I mean? There isn't like a bad girl stereotype like there is a bad boy stereotype.
I don't know your first crush.
I don't know if I could tell you.
Why?
Like, I just don't know if I could if I know.
Remember it?
Yeah.
That's crazy. If that you don't remember something like that, because I vividly remember Robert Smith from The Cure is my first crush, and he's still hot. He's a grandpa now, but not actually a grandpa, but a problematic person though I had a crush on. Holy shit, no fucking way.
Mandy Moore?
Adam Sandler.
Who's Rachel Lee Cook?
I don't know.
It sounds familiar. I can't remember who that is.
I can't think of what Mandy Moore.
Ashton Kutcher's ex.
That does not help me.
Is that just your first crush, or is that a problematic crush? Because I don't remember if she was problematic.
Oh god. Josie and the Pussycats, and then She's All That. That does not help me either.
Hayley Williams was probably up there on one of my first crushes.
He's hot. True. I did not watch Psych.
No, I never have either. He was in a few seasons of Psych.
Thank you, Emmy.
Wait, Mandy Moore is in the Pussycat Dolls? Josie and the Pussycats. Ah, that makes more sense.
I'm sorry, Emmy. We don't know people. Or I don't know. I don't know if I've seen that. Oh, fuck.
Music career? I didn't know she had a music career. Vulpix, Ninetales. What's a SoundCloud rapper name for Vulpix or Ninetales? Dirty Pics. Yeah.
No, Josh, you give me a chance. Give me a chance. Don't be too quick. Your quips.
Vulpixel is also very good. Vulva pics.
That's not SoundCloud. No SoundCloud rapper knows what a vulva.
True. Preach. Wait, who's Rapunzel? Mandy Moore?
No.
Rachel Lee, whatever. Mandy Moore's in Princess Diaries?
I haven't seen Princess Diaries in so fucking long.
Who's Ryan Adams?
We're out of the loop. I think it's official to say we will not know who this person is.
I thought, wow, I didn't realize Mandy Moore was Rapunzel and Tangled. I just figured it was a not old person voicing that. Isn't Mandy Moore old? It's like 60.
Think it over.
Oh, I'm thinking of Demi Moore. Come on. I'm thinking of Demi Moore. I don't know who Mandy Moore is. You're not overwhelming with references. We just don't know any of them. Was she in any Tim and Eric episodes?
Yeah, I would know. Is she the blonde woman who did the cat sketch?
Yes.
Get him out of here! Then the clown came out of her mouth.
Let me guess now. We could just Google it.
We could, but do we want?
No.
Exactly.
Maria Bamford.
Is that her name?
That's the girl from the Tim and Eric sketch.
That's awesome. I never knew her name.
Maria Bamford is very funny. You're a very good stand-up comedian.
She is pretty fucking fun. Pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Sucks.
This is pretty good. Is anybody in here that was here for the whole story that about my brother's work? I'm not going to tell it again because it's very long. If you want to hear the full story, Fridge Pod bonus episode that comes out next Thursday. But it was a very insane, very fun.
Oh fuck! Of course, your first female crush, was a Hex girl. Mine too, probably. If I'm being honest. Hex girls,
you know what?
Crazy.
This isn't my first crush, but I used to have a massive crush on Selena Gomez. I fucking loved Wizards of Waverly.
Josh Lord. I had a crush on Ned from Ned's Declassified Schools as a child.
You talking about Alex Russo? Or are you talking about like her actual brother?
I don't know what saved
What
it.
the fuck is saved?
I'm sorry.
Now you're just making stuff up.
We don't know. We won't know. Was she saved?
No, she did the saving.
Interesting. Ew.
Except for when I fuck with fake bitch.
Does anyone have like annoying fucking I know this is kind of an out of nowhere question, but I just bought a beautiful dress. We got it in the mail today. I tried it on.
Boobs.
Doesn't fit over them. The buttons are like this. I'm considering buying fucking tape to fix it. Boob tape.
Probably not like a terrible investment.
I mean, my plan is Keeping them. Yeah, they fucking suck. I was complaining to my mom 20 minutes ago. She called me and she's like, "You got it from your dad's side." I wish I am just like, don't even fucking start. You do not want to deal with it. It sucks. And in the dump? Oh, sailors.
No, flat in the front, fat in the dump.
Huh?
Fat in the dump.
Oh.
Sailors fucking packing heat.
I'm pissed now. That's what I'm like, that's what I wish right now. For me.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt your spine to have a fat ass.
Yeah. People just like watching you go in front of them.
I tell you what, it is harder to wipe.
Exactly.
But pants are a bitch. Pants are always a bitch, I suppose.
They always look hot in them.
Although you have scoliosis, well, good thing you also don't have big boobs. That would suck. Look at a zoomer roll just fucking carrying me through Magma Hideout. What if like having a big dick gave you like shoulder issues?
Shoulder?
Yeah, because you're constantly having to hunch over. Just what Luis, what an insane time to join, bud.
Hi, Luis. We were talking about boob tape. Tell Frank I said hi and that I wish he felt better.
Oh, is he sick?
Got the poop.
Oh no, I also had the poops today. It does hurt your shoulder.
Fuck you.
Fuck you, Luis. Trust me, I would know. Luis and Christian and I used to have a running bit where it's kind of just like the every dude has the bit of like, haha, my dick is small, but it was kind of opposite to where like whenever we would be like, dude, my dick is fucking so small, dude, it's like half an inch, and then we'd always go, half an inch? That's so big. And like as if we were smaller, and it was always so funny. Whenever we had any measurement of length, we'd be like, yeah, dude, it's like 3/8 of a millimeter, and we're like, 3/8?
3/8? I'm not going.
Okay, babe, thank you. She just nudged me. That's what we'd always say. We'd be like, I don't know, man. It's probably like an inch off. We'd be like, that's like 5 dick lengths. We'd be like, 5? You got 5? It's like a little play on like the not just the same old like small dick joke. Pooping? What? All right, you're back on. You can't say anything now. Ooh, psychic.
This.
The song? What do you mean the fuck is this?
Holy okay, for some reason, I registered that song as like a weird Beastie Boys remix. I don't know what's wrong with me. I fucked up.
How dare you not immediately recognize Sum 41? Avril would be so disappointed. Avril. There's some Avril Lavigne lore that I'm not privy to. A piss baby point. I mean, that's a good. So Sailor, that's a great point. Like that would be something great. But boy, like one, Christian and I play music differently. If we could like, because you used to be able to like recommend songs. If we could like figure out how to do that, that would be great. That seems like work. I thought Avril Lavigne was married to the lead singer of Limp Bizkit. I thought she was married to fuck, what's that guy's name? The lead singer of Limp Bizkit. She was married to the Sum 41 guy and then Chad Kroger. Who was dating? Yeah, you walked by. Thank you for the resub. Twitch baby. Fred Durst. Who was married to Fred Durst or dating Fred Durst? Britney Spears? All right. I think that's where we're going to end it. I made really good progress. Pretty good run so far. We're at 6 out of 8 badges. Azumarill.
Let's go.
The legend Azumarill is a permanent member of the party now. She's done so much for us. I'm pretty excited to finish that the next time I stream, which might be early next week if I'm not busy with my brother's job. He's such a country girl, and I love it. So it might be early next week. We can finish this up since there's only 2 badges left. But thanks for hanging out. Judah's freaking out.
Gotta go outside.
Yeah, he does. He hasn't been out in a long time. So everyone, thanks for chilling. I make sure this is saved so I don't lose my progress. Have a good rest of your day, everybody.